So back in March of this year, 2022, we were asked would we like to try a new shower head, this one, and I did wonder whether we could get on with it in the motorhome. We have used it at home and it seems to work quite well at home, but would it work for the motorhome? So let's have a look. It fits our home shower, so, and it's got a stop on it, and that hose connects directly to replace the existing hose, which is there, and the existing head. So let's see how we get on with it. Yeah, I think that could be a bit of a problem with the weight of the water in there. This thing here does have a screw. You can tighten up a bit, which I've already done, but that should help. But you can see there's a fair bit of water in there and up here, so there's quite a weight on that. The standard Eco Camel shower head in the shower. Switch it on, put it on hot. So that's the sort of standard flow. Let's just see. I'm holding it there. So there. So I've fitted the Showery head. Let's see what. Put it on hot like we did before. See what sort of flow we get. It's obviously a bit more focused, the flow. Let's turn it upside down and see what it looks like. Yeah, well that actually is reaching quite a bit higher, so it's touching the ceiling there, and I've got it quite a bit lower, but it's more focused, so that's probably why. So it will probably work alright. Yeah, I can switch it off. There we are. The only worry with this is the weight of it. I think it's alright, but it is quite heavy because it's got all the water in it. I just sort of wonder, it might be better when we're travelling to actually put it in the sink or something. But there we go. So let's have a look what came in the box. Well, obviously there's the Showery itself, and you can see it's got like micro holes where the shower comes out. It's got a nice stop button on it, and inside is packed with minerals. The idea of that is they filter out impurities and the chlorine that's in the water and all that sort of thing, but I'll come on to that a little bit later. It all actually just comes apart. Try not to spill too much water, so you can clean out the head in there. It's got a button on the side here, and that adjusts the type of shower. You can have it soft, a direct jet, or all of the jets on using that, and it's got a little mechanism in there you can see operating. You can see what's going on, so you can see the water actually in there, and obviously you can see the water in the minerals. You can see the minerals have been used here, and we have used this now for on and off for about 2 months. It came with a hose, shower hose, which is quite nice because our shower hose was getting a bit horrible, and it's got like a filter in there. Can you see that with that focus? Yeah, it's got like a filter in there, and it's got a gasket on it and a nut, so it's fairly easy to fit. Obviously just take off your old hose, screw that onto the shower part of it. That bit goes onto the shower, and that goes onto the Showery head. Now a closer look at the minerals, and you can see the minerals inside, and you can change these. You do need to change them every so often. One of the nicest things obviously is the stop button on it, and that is very useful. I found that extremely useful in the bath. You know, we've got a shower head in the bath, and obviously you don't want that running all the time. You don't want to have to keep turning the taps, so that works very well in the bath. It came with a shower mount as well. So this is a stick-on thing. I haven't used this. It's a stick-on, so you can stick it onto any surface, and it's got a bracket, assuming it do like that, so you can mount the Showery on that, like that. Like I say, I haven't used that, but that is available. That's quite useful. I suppose if you're planning to use it in a motorhome conversion that hasn't got a shower fitted, you could perhaps stick that to the outside and use it outside. Maybe that's a good idea. It came with these covers to stop the filters falling out. So what do we think of the Showery? Well, it's going to be difficult sitting here holding it, but it has been quite useful. In our own house, the water pressure is quite high, and this has the effect of, I wouldn't say necessarily reducing it, but it's a bit more directed, and it makes it a bit gentler on your head, because our shower does tend to shoot out the water at high pressure. So it actually is quite useful in slowing it down, maybe. I don't know if it's actually slowing it down, or because of the fine holes, it doesn't come out in great lumps, as it were. We used it in the motorhome, in our own motorhome, and we used it in the Bailey we borrowed. Now, our own motorhome, the water pressure is pretty good, so it works okay in the motorhome, in our own motorhome. Disadvantage of this is that it does get a bit heavy. You imagine it's got water in there and it's got water in there, and I found a couple of times it was sagging, and when we used it in the Bailey, it actually jumped off its mount and ended up on the shower floor, which is not good. So I'm a little bit hesitant to recommend this in the motorhome unless you actually take it off the shower and just lay it down somewhere where it's not going to bounce back, because it does weigh a fair bit with water in it. Because of the minerals, I suppose, you've got the extra stop button, and it is quite a chunky sort of piece of equipment, as you can see. So I'm not sure I can recommend it being used in the motorhome, but we're certainly going to use it at home, and it just seems to be very good, and I'd like the stop start on it. I've no idea whether these minerals make a difference. I suppose it's got to help. There's a lot of calcium in our water. There's also obviously chlorine, and if it filters some of that out, then that's got to be good. I can't say that my hair feels softer or my skin feels smoother from using it, but who knows. Incidentally, if anyone else has used one of these or seen something similar, then let me know. I did see something very similar at the National Motorhome Show, and the lady there was singing the praises. It looked very similar to this. I think it was almost the same head, and certainly probably the same minerals. So I think these are assembled separately somewhere. I think the lady on the stand said that they assemble these in their own factory, so I don't know where this is made, to be perfectly honest. So I think that's all I need to say about the Showery shower head. Like I say, it's a bit of a strange one to review. So if you found it interesting, give us a thumbs up, and if you've used one yourself, let us know, and we'll catch up with you in the next one. Bye then. So back in March,